The iHeart New York 2 plugin by Baby Audio does next level New York style compression, which is a fairly aggressive parallel compression technique. In iHeart New York 2 you get this XY pad where from left to right you set the amount of compression. Bottom to top sets the dry-wet balance. Right top is max processing. Bottom left is no processing. The concept of New York compression has been used a lot in New York studios from the 90s onwards. It's a very fat, aggressive compression sound. We talk about ratios which are very close to limiting, 8:1, 12:1 and higher. And the New York compression is added in EQ after the compression on the parallel bus. You can see that this EQ is absolutely there with iHeart New York 2. What you see is the trademark New York compression style EQ, which has a low shelf boost of 3 dB around 100 Hz and a high shelf boost of 3 dB around 10 kHz. If you have ever used iHeart New York 1, there's quite a bit of improvement and changes in version 2. First off, the actual interface. And I must say I somewhat prefer the iHeart New York 1 looks. Version 2 looks more generic and version 1 was quite unique. Now version 2 is way more advanced in its controls and tweakability. Besides the XY pad, there are a lot of extra controls when you click on tweak. These controls are very simple to use but have a huge impact on the compression and sound. Attack. Release. Ratio. Punch. Now this plugin really adds harmonics and saturation to your sound. The shape dial adjusts the overall smiley curve EQ. You have a tilt EQ. And low and high pass settings for the sidechain. You can really focus on the mid-range with this if you want. The Autogain sounds like it's peak-based, so you will notice an overall increase in loudness, but it won't clip. Now the oversampling in this plugin needs some attention, because checking the 3 oversampling modes shows that there's a slight difference in overall volume between the 3, which isn't obvious when you check with music. Trying to null or phase cancel the different modes doesn't work 100% either. If you switch between the 3 oversampling modes, you can clearly see the aliasing disappear with the 4 times oversampling. If you can actually hear that really depends on the music you're working on. The 4x seems a tad more smooth in sound and the 1x oversampling seems a bit more aggressive, which is what you could expect. But if that translates here on YouTube, it's subtle for sure. There is a resonance at 2x or 4x oversampling with these settings, but it's outside of the audible range. You can always use a very high low pass filter if you want to remove it. Overall, I really like the sound of I Heart New York version 2. No need to use it only on drum bass, it works well on basically every audio source. Its controls are really idiot-proof and even the more advanced tweak options are nearly idiot-proof. This is a very nice take on the thick, fat New York compression sound and offers more tweakability over that, which makes this compressor versatile. This plugin seems like another winner for baby audio and will pair perfectly with the also idiot-proof crystalline reverb plugin. You can find my review in the video which is displayed on screen and linked in the description below.